Poet. Happy Labor Day to everybody. Um, Today is a special day for those of Caribbean descent. I am of Caribbean heritage, and this is the day where the West Indian Labor Day Parade happens. And every year I look forward to it. I look forward to being around Caribbean people who represent their culture and who celebrate their heritage. And So I've been doing some genealogical research, and I don't know, for those of you who haven't heard my backstory, I am of Afro Latina descent. I have a West Indian mixed race mother, a Caribbean descent mom who's of multi generational mixed race, and I also have a Afro Puerto Rican father. So on Labor Day, I represent my Jamaican, usually my Jamaican heritage, because that was my mother's mother. She was from Jamaica, and the rest of her ancestors were also Jamaican. So here's what I found out. So my grandmother's name was Carmina White Scott. White Scott was her married name. But when she was growing up, her name was Carmina Johnstone. And I found her birth certificate, and she was actually born Carmina Reese. And she was born November 28th, 1926, in St. Andrew Crossroads, Jamaica, which is not too far from Kingston. It's in the parish of St. Andrew. Um, Her mother was named Huberta or Huberta Zetrina Reese, and she was born January 28th, 1903, in Redwood, St. Catherine, Jubilee Town, Phillipsburg. And a lot of her ancestors come from St. Thomas and all these different places in Jamaica. So I've never actually been to the island. That's one thing that I want to do, on the bucket list. I would like to definitely go to Jamaica at least one time. But, my grandmother's DNA runs in my veins, and my grandmother was an amazing person. God rest her soul. She passed in 2016. Um, yeah, so when she was alive, she, came to America from Jamaica, and she made a life here. She, from what I understand, worked three jobs. She owned at least two houses. She had real estate, and she was just a very hardworking woman. She was about her money. She was about her business, and I believe that I get my work ethic from her. You know, she always used to tell us, don't refuse money. If someone if someone offers you, don't refuse it. You know, um, especially when it comes to her or like someone in the family, she would be like, don't refuse money or whatever. These days, you have to be careful who you accept money from, but that's something she always used to say. She used to love banana bread. She used to make cornmeal porridge. She used to grow um, she used to grow tea in the garden. She would make spearmint tea, and she grew different things in the backyard. And she used to um, read me bedtime stories. She was the best. And I take this day to reflect on her and her heritage. Um, she said that she came, when she was living in Jamaica, that her family, um, they became from poverty or whatever. I don't know what the economic situation was like. I know the man who raised her, he was in supercargo. And I think supercargo are people who they, I think, deal with the seaports, and I think they load and unload things on ships or something like that. I'm not too sure about what supercargo is completely, but the man who raised her, he was involved in that. And the woman who raised her, I know, was a housewife. Um, but yeah, so I just take this time to reflect on my roots. I refuse to deny my heritage. I embrace all of it. I embrace my Puerto Rican roots, and um, I also represent and um, stand for my Jamaican heritage as well. It's in my DNA. It will never leave me. And I just take this time, like I said, to honor the memory of my grandmother, Carmina White Scott, because she was an amazing person, and she was not to be played with. She was a very feisty woman. She would tell you like it is. If you got her angry, she had a boiling temper and she would cuss you out in a minute. But yeah, yeah, my grandmother, I miss her. God rest her soul. And yeah, I'm just trying to continue to pass the heritage down to my two children. My children have Trinidadian heritage as well, to add to the two islands that are already on my side of the family. So we are pretty much a mixed Caribbean household. But yeah, so Labor Day, I hope everybody who celebrated this holiday remained safe. If you went to the parkway, I hope that you partied in a safe manner, and you didn't drink too much rum, and you weren't whining too much that you broke your back. But anyway, so yeah, happy Labor Day to everybody, and I hope with the upcoming week that everybody stays safe and enjoys it, and I hope everybody takes care. All right, more content will be uploaded soon. Peace.